Let's take a look at the second generation BM59 receivers from James River Armory. Alright, so this is going to be the second video in the building the BM59E series of videos. We got the receiver back from James River, and let's take a look at a couple of the details. Starting off with, I say build because we're really just assembling this. I'm not forging any parts or doing anything along those lines. But speaking of forged parts, this is the Gen.2 BM59 receiver. Unlike the first gen that was a cast receiver, this one is completely forged from a single billet. Now, I can't speak one way or the other on the first generation receivers. I have no experience with them, so I can't speak to that. However, personally, I'd much rather have a forged piece than a cast piece, especially when it comes to a receiver. So of course, this is from the James River Armory. This is going to be my first direct contact and dealing with them. I believe they started out manufacturing Civil War reenactment guns. Now, from what I can tell, and the interaction with the people that I've had, is that this is a company started by people who love what they do, and they've turned it into a business. Of course, I have no affiliation or even interaction with them other than through the barreling of this receiver. So everyone I spoke to was enthusiastic and knowledgeable about this Gen 2 receiver and what it might take to assemble one of those, especially from the Sarco kit, which is what we will be doing. So if you want to know more about the Gen 2 receiver, there is an unveiling episode that I'll link down in the description to James River themselves, so you can take a look at the details of that receiver straight from the horse's mouth. So if you want to build one of these yourself, whether that's the original version or an E series like this one here, you essentially have three options. Number one, you can take an old M1 Grand receiver and mill it yourself. If you have the technical ability to do so, the Sarco kits do happen to come with a series of blueprints. Are those dimensionally accurate 100%? I can't say one way or the other, so that's going to be up to you. Your second option is going to be to take another M1 Grand receiver and send it off to a company who will mill it and refinish it for you. Your third option is going to be to purchase one of these from James River Armory. Now, you can purchase the receiver itself and have the barrel fit and the bolt head spaced, or you can purchase completed rifles through them. I do believe they have some available on their site at the moment. Anyways, we chose the third option. The bolt we're going to use is not a Beretta bolt. It was a converted Springfield Armory bolt, so probably one of those original pieces. So according to their website, they've been working on this Gen 2 for a couple of years, and to me it shows. The quality is there, and it looks fantastic. I believe this just came out the first of this year, if not a little bit before then. But what I've seen so far, I'm really impressed with, and it looks great, feels great, and the fitment they did with the barrel seems really nice. And again, I won't really know until we get this up and running. I don't have any concerns. My only issue is really more of a question, and that is, why did they omit the stripper clip guides? Would have been nice to see those. You know, not essential, but it is a part of the 59 that I would have liked to have seen on here. But otherwise, everything's looking really good, and we'll go ahead and get it together and give her a good test. Alright, so that's a lot of talking. There's nothing left to do now but get to work on assembling this guy. So I'm going to post that in the third upcoming video, and we will see how the parts go together. And I'm going to include all the issues that I have with putting this together, if there's any pitfalls to look out for, and keep that pretty open and honest, just so you know the things that I'm going through, in case you're considering one as well. So as always, I appreciate you watching. Until next time, keep your fingers off the trigger. We'll see you later.